In today's video, we're going to do a quick drain and fill on the engine coolant. We're using AMSOIL concentrated propylene glycol antifreeze mixture. I'm going to mix that with distilled water, probably about 55 to 45. My last video, I did this with a fluid extractor, and today we're going to use the drain plug. I got a lot of comments, why didn't you just use the drain plug? Well, if you have a fluid extractor, it's very quick and easy and mess free. On these trucks, it's not hard to access the drain plug, except there's a skid plate in the way. You gotta loosen 4 bolts, drop that whole skid plate, and other than that, it's pretty easy to do it that way. I got the tire rotated all the way to the right, just so I can get it in there easier. I've got a turkey pan to catch it. You can use a bucket, whatever works. I've also put a bit of a hose on the drain to make it less messy. It's gonna run right in there. And that drain is a 3/4 socket. So I've got a ratchet wrench with a 3/4 on it. And that's what I'm going to use. That's the only tools I'm going to use other than the coolant funnel, special funnel, which helps get the air out at the end. So up top, I'm just going to loosen the reservoir cap so air can go in and that reservoir can drain out. I'll leave the radiator cap on for now. Later I'm going to fill it from the radiator cap because I've tried filling from both, and filling from the radiator cap worked out a little bit better. So we've got a ratchet on here, and be careful both ways because the drain plug is plastic. It's a 3/4 socket on here. Doing it from here is kind of slow too with the hose on, and it can be quite messy. If you loosen it too much, it starts coming out everywhere and splashing everywhere. Doesn't take much to open it. You can probably turn it by hand. Alright, I've got it loose enough now where I can turn it by hand. It's barely coming out the hose, but it started coming out around the valve itself. See, then it starts going everywhere. But it is all going in the pan. We'll leave that drain for a while, and we'll go through the fill procedure. A better idea with the hose is to go right into the bottle for quick, easy recycling later. Like I said, be gentle with your plug, it's only plastic. I was trying to snug mine. I screwed it in by hand and gave it a little turn with the ratchet wrench, not very hard, and look what happened. So I'm lucky that it was closed when this broke, so I can still refill it. But I'm not going to be able to get it open again. But no worries, I can use the fluid extractor like I showed you in the other video and just suck the fluid out again, or when I go to replace my radiator, it won't be a plastic one, it'll be aluminum radiator. Better design. We've got our fitting here for our coolant funnel. Start filling. This will keep the coolant height above the radiator, which will force all the bubbles out the top. You can leave your reservoir open. It will fill up some too. If it's not full all the way, we can just top it up. Our coolant, this is already pre-mixed. Sorry, it comes in the bottle not mixed, but I've mixed it up already in this bottle. So I'm going to dump it out there, and then once that's empty, I'll grab some more and mix it up in that bottle with some distilled water. So I got approximately 1.5 jugs out, and I got a half a jug here that's mixed up. We'll use this up, we'll mix up another full jug. That should be basically it, but we're gonna fill it till bubbles stop coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fill up this funnel. Here it coming up. Right now the air is coming out of here. We'll leave that open. I'll mix up another jug. Okay, for this particular antifreeze, 50/50 is only good for -34. So we want to go about 55/45. So 60/40 is good for -50. It gets down to about -30 here, so a really cold night, we'd be really close to that. Might even meet that -34. So I went about 2.5 quarts, a little under 2.5 quarts concentrate, and then filled it up to 4 quarts with the distilled water. Okay, so I gave this a little shake, and we're just going to keep adding. And we want to fill this radiator right to the top. We'll just keep an eye on the reservoir. At some point, the way the hoses are routed, the reservoir will stop filling. And we can overfill it because this is essentially sealed. That's in order so you can have your fluid up here, and that will help get all the bubbles out. Alright, so we are going to want to run the truck and turn the heater system on to circulate coolant through the system. Get the truck up to temp so the thermostat comes on, it'll circulate through, and that's to get all the air out. Okay, so I'm going to say with this design, this particular truck, just add fluid in here through your funnel until your level comes up, and watch the level, because you can overfill it if you fill it like you would normally fill other systems, so keep that in mind. When you're done, just double check your level there. We're right at that max line, you can see down there. But you do want to run your truck, make sure you get all the air out. You can leave your cap off here and just run the truck to get the air out. You don't necessarily need that spill proof funnel, because with that the way that funnel works, you can overfill it